All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another one. This one's going to be about our 22-foot off-grid family caravan that's been upgraded to a Trooper spec through Lotus Caravans. What we're going to do today is we're going to run through what we like, what we don't like, what we'd change, and what's broken so far. All right, let's get into it. And again, if you like what we're doing, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It's really helping our channel out, and thanks to everyone that's been coming along so far. All right, so we'll kick it off. So we added the picnic table, a second picnic table here at the front. We'd definitely do it again, and would recommend you do it if you're building the same caravan. It just makes so much easier to cook on the barbecue. Matt from Adventure awaits. We'll pop that description. We'll pop it in the. We'll pop the link for that in the description down below. All the products we use in our caravan, we'll pop the links down below if anyone hits us up, and we'll add them as the list grows. All right, moving on. These windows are rubbish, like absolute rubbish. They just let the insects in. We preferred the windows in our Jayco, to be honest. They were the 3-position gas strut. I think they were the Dominic, and the blind sort of ran like a roller track on the top and the bottom. And what that did was sat hard up against like a felt, and the bugs didn't get round it, or nowhere near as much. These things, the bugs just go straight in. They're not even worth being open. Like they're just absolute rubbish, in my personal opinion. I'm already looking at what other companies are out there and what I can do to replace these windows, because they're that bad. And we've got this massive void down in here, which, you know, even if you do manage to keep the bugs out, when you go to shut your windows, all the bugs are sitting down in there anyway. So you shut your window and the bugs are still inside because they get stuck in that void. So it's a massive design flaw, and something that needs to be fixed moving forward. And yeah, we're looking at other window manufacturers already. So we upgraded our awning. So we've got an 18-foot awning. Originally it's a 17-foot awning, so we upgraded to the 18-foot. It comes with the center rafter and the hanging cradle. The hanging cradle hasn't been fitted high enough, so it doesn't support the awning fully. I've moved it up to the max extension, but unfortunately that's all I can do, so that's a bit disappointing. I was a bit upset when I worked that out. That should have been mounted higher. I don't know what's happened there. We have upgraded to the ATX air suspension. That's it there. Our Starlink pops out here for people who are wondering what that cord is. And the router's mounted up under the bench. We can show people what we've done there if they're interested. But yeah, Cruise Master ATX air suspension. Look, everyone knows what it is. It's really as good as everyone says it is. We'd definitely get in the next van, and I'll never go back to drum brakes again. Disc brakes is where it's at, in my personal opinion. Pulls the van up on a dime, and we don't get that jolting, jerking action through the car anymore. Cool. Right, that's about all on this side. Obviously everything else is all pretty standard, you know, entertainment system and all that. That's really good stuff. Picnic table obviously comes with one. Oh, one thing I did forget is we actually moved this light. So if you see the light behind the door here.
Oh yeah, we did in the build stage.
So we moved this light.
It was above the door there. So yeah. Might as well explain why. So
think about it, you know, open the door, bugs hang around lights. What happens? You open the door, you create a suction effect, and you just suck the bugs straight into your caravan. So that's why we did that. And obviously there are the dual orange and white, so which we can control from the C-Zone system. But yeah, definitely move that light if you're building yours. I see Lotus are still putting them there as standard, but yeah, definitely slide it back if you can. It's well worth it. We never get any bugs coming through here. It's always through the blinds.
And you can still see. Like, yeah. It's not like it changes your visibility. Nah,
these lights light up out here like a Christmas tree. So, yep, really, really good. Right, so we'll just swing around the back. It'll be pretty quick going around the outside. There's not too much to talk on. Yeah. We use these D-flappers, I think they're called.
They're just from Anaconda.
Yeah, they're from Anaconda. They do work well, but they bend the side support arm, so I'm not a massive fan of them. But the anti-flap kits are just so big and hard to put on all the time, so we had it on our last van, so I'm still umming and ahhing about whether I do it again. The D-flappers are working for now. It's just something to consider when you're running them. They do the job with the center arm in the middle. Obviously wood basket and that's all standard on the Trooper spec upgrade. Really handy to have. The kids' bikes live in there for now, and we do fill it up with wood every now and again. and then the jockey wheel just lives in the jerry can holder, and my silage bag lives in the other one, which is really handy because generally that's the one that stinks, and it just sits in there nicely in the Navigator silage bag. Love this bin bag from Super Cheap Auto. I wish they were still doing them. I really like it, and I'd put it on the back of the ute, but they don't do it anymore. It's just the best in the market, in my opinion. Oh no, my solar panel's fallen down. So I've done a quick mod on this side. As you can see, the ute's plugged in here currently. If you want to know more about that, the video dropped just the other day. I think this video is going to go out on the weekend. So if you want to know more about that, the video's there on our page. Check it out. You can pretty much use a creek. You can use an external tank and use the water pump inside the tank to get that water source in. Great mod. And the other benefit is you also fill your water tanks from the bottom doing this as well. So go over there, check it out. I can explain more. Reach out to us and we'll get back to you.
What about the shower?
Hey?
We've never used it.
Oh, outdoor shower? Yeah, we've never used the outdoor shower. I don't know, maybe when we get to the beach we'll use it more, I reckon. But yeah, it's there. Outdoor shower standard. Never used it yet.
8 months on the road.
Yep. Alright, what I'd do with the water fillers is I'd move them into this space below the fridge. Bang, 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 bang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Utilise the cavity that's in behind the fridge and don't waste space under the bench seat. And you
move
also...
the shower then.
Well, no, the shower could still be there. And then you help your tanks fill because you've moved your fill point up higher and your breather up higher, so you can actually get them full. So yeah, I'd definitely move them up under here, under this fridge space, and utilise that cavity better. That's the gas heater vent. Obviously that would move up with the movement of the gas heater, which we'll talk about more inside how we do that. And hot water system, I'll talk about that more inside, but yeah, we definitely move that forward on the Caravan as well. Otherwise, everything else on this side of the van is pretty standard. No upgrades here. You know, you get your 2 lights on this side. I'm really burning my feet because I don't have shoes on.
Such a typical Queenslander.
One thing I will mention though is that Lotus have wired our external solar plug into our solar bank on the roof and running it to the MMPT solar charger. I don't know why they've done that. That should be run to the DC to DC charger in my opinion. But yeah, that's a downfall in my opinion, because I can effectively only plug a 200 watt blanket in here. Whereas if we went to the DC to DC charger, I could plug in 400 watts out here. So I can't do that, which is disappointing. Front tunnel boot here, you know, that's standard. The big thing is that this is where you plug your power leads in. It's a design flaw because your power lead comes out here and dangles straight down over your front tunnel boot hatch. So I'd either get this relocated up where under the bench seat, because I'd get the batteries moved under the bench seat. So this would be beneficial to move up there with them, which would be a good option. And it actually makes it easier because when you're at van parks, generally you reverse the van in and then you got to plug, you know, it's a long run for a cable. Sometimes you don't have an extension lead that long and you got to join them. So the further back on the van that is, the better in my opinion also. Front toolbox, massive oversight on our behalf, make it full length, get it the whole way across, and probably get a shelf put in the top of it as well for those long poles. If you've got anti-flap kits and stuff like that, that'll definitely be a benefit. The reason I say that is because you'll see on the other side the Weber's sitting out on a table, because by the time you have a barbecue slide or something, with this door opening forward, the Weber sits in this cavity and it just doesn't work. So in our opinion, a full width toolbox with a shelf at the top is the best option on this Caravan. Water tap, I'd move it to the other side of the van. It's a pain in the ass being on this side, so get it put on the other side in your build, but they're great to have on the front here for the kids. All right, so we'll move around the front here. So we have the DO45 with the upgraded chains as well for a 4-ton van capacity. Yep, that's heavy. I know it's heavy, but the ute's suited and rated to take it through JMax, that JMax gear. We're going to do a walkthrough video on that too, so you can head over there and check that out if you want. This is the Mantech jockey wheel that comes standard with the Lotus Caravans. This one's already broken within 6 months of us having the van. I've bought a bearing replacement kit from a company up in Darwin, which are absolutely great to deal with. and Lotus is sending out a replacement jockey wheel under warranty as well, which is really good. But unfortunately, yeah, they just weigh an absolute ton. I'd really like to go the Boss 3 rib platform, but there's just none in stock. So that's what I'll be getting eventually, I think, and it's going to save on weight. Navigator hitch buddy, I tell you what, this thing's a game changer. Our hitch and stuff still looks brand new, really worthwhile. I love this thing, and we always get asked all the time about it. And I run a Covix lock underneath there too, so you can't see it. It's just a little bit of added security. People come up, move your hitch bag, and your alarm will go off, and then people start looking, so just helps out. Navigator, this is an actual Navigator bin buddy. Not do they call it? Tire buddy. Navigator tire buddy. But what we do is, it lives here on the front, and it's actually an outdoor toy basket for the kids. I tell you what, that's a great idea, and it fits really well and hangs on the front here, and it's not too much weight, so it's good. Starlink obviously just sits up the front there. I did permanently fix it, but I think the day after I screwed it to the front toolbox, the first place we pulled up was under a tree and it didn't work. Alright, we'll swing back around here and just stand in the shade, and I'll just talk about a couple of extra things that we did. So we added an extra 95 litre water tank underneath as well, so we've got a total of 3 95 water tanks and 1 50 litre drinking water tank underneath the Caravan, as well as a grey water tank with a capacity of 50 litres. In our opinion, that is not enough. For a family van with 4 people inside it, you need a minimum 95 litre grey water tank, and I'd upgrade that the next time we did this. It's a massive oversight, I think, on our behalf, and yeah, definitely upgrade that to the next, to a 95 litre if you can. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a look through my little list here and make sure I catch everything.
Kirby's having a meal break.
Alright, so the other thing I've got here is our TV antenna on the roof. Tell you what, sum it up, it's rubbish. It doesn't work. We're in Adelaide and we couldn't pick up TV channels, like in CBD. So I'd just delete it. We've got Starlink now, and we use all the digital apps like Channel 9, Channel 7, all that. We use it on the TV through the smart TV. So I'd just delete the TV antenna. I don't think there's a purpose for them in caravans anymore with Starlink. And then we could put an extra solar panel up there too. So it'd make more room for solar on the roof. So I just get rid of it, in my opinion. It's just a waste of time, effort, and money. So that's one big thing for us. And yeah, the front LED light we can't access on the C-Zone panel, and I'd definitely get that changed on the next one so it can turn on with all the white lights outside for security reasons. It's a big one for us. But yeah, that's it for the outside, I think. The only thing that we've had break on the outside of the Caravan is the auto leveling arms. We'll pop a picture up here of what I mean. So it's just a bit disappointing. The bushes have been over tightened by the sounds of it, and by the looks of it. So I've got a warranty claim in for them to be replaced. It's just a time thing. So, but yeah, that's the only thing we've had break on the outside of the Caravan. I tell you what, it's a pretty robust Caravan and pretty good. Nothing's really gone wrong on the outside. Absolutely loving the Cruise Master airbag suspension. I'd recommend that to anyone that's looking at it, and if you can afford it, definitely get it. But that's it. Oh, we had a couple of issues with our latches on our door. I can do a little video on how to adjust them if people would like that. But yeah, they were fouling up on the top and the door was getting caught, which was a bit painful, but obviously that's just like a seating issue for the door, I think, because it was good when we picked it up. But yeah, let's head inside and we'll keep going through the inside, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, so we'll kick it off inside. We'll run you through. Oh, my hair looks a bit stuck up on this side, does it? My hair look all right?
Yes, Mars.
All right. All right, so we'll kick it off in the bedroom, in the inside. So I still have my book going around. I'll make reference to it so I don't miss anything. But if I do, or you have any questions, make sure you pop them below and we'll get back to you with our answers. So we'll start off the bedside tables in the van. I don't know what Lotus were thinking when they do it, but they leave this gap. If we built it again, I'd just recommend that go straight across and hard into the bed. Like, there's no need. It's just a death gap for dust and stuff falls down there. So I definitely change that. The front window, we put it in. It is a hexi option at about $2,000, but we'd do it again. It just lets that extra airflow through the night. So it's one of those things, if you got the money, would probably do it. But yeah, another one is our 12-volt points. So they are tucked up in here next to the bed head. In our opinion, it's a silly spot to put them because you've got cords hanging out. So if you sleep with your phone on charge, you've got cords there. So the actual charging points would fit just here under the drawer. So in this space right here, so we'd recommend they be put there so you can actually leave your phone on the bedside table and charge it through the night, or your smartwatch or whatever. What else we got? We got shelves in the cupboard. So I did this, we just did it from Bunnings. Got everything from Bunnings. I think it cost us about 50 bucks to do both sides. So the holes were already pre-drilled, I didn't have to do them. Just bought the shelf hangers and cut the shelves to size. We'll move along, so...
TV?
Yep, well, we can talk about TV. So we upgraded, I'll swing it around so you can see it. So through the build, we upgraded our NCE TV to a smart TV through Lotus. I wouldn't do it again. NCE is a rubbish brand, I absolutely hated it. It was glitchy, so we've got the Engleon now, and we absolutely love this TV. The only downfall is it doesn't have a DVD player built into it, so we'd probably make sure we got a DVD player built into the next Engleon TV. We didn't realise at the time. So what we'd do is we'll also put a roof hatch in here for night time and just to help with breeze in our bedroom when we're free camping. It's another big thing, so yeah, we'd add a roof hatch here. We did upgrade our mattress, and it is a really good mattress. It's comfortable. We have no issues sleeping on it at night time. It's the pillow top mattress through Lotus. We added 3 extra Sirocco fans, so 1 into the bedroom and 2 into the bunks, and we moved them into the center of the caravan. And this is a great location. If you've missed this or it's an overthought, make sure you put them here above the bed. Get good air directly down on you. It's not coming from a corner, and we can swing them around and they can blow into the kitchen as well, which is a great bonus. We also got, so we really wanted to do it and Lotus wouldn't do it, but now they're doing it. So split these into 2 windows. You'll see heaps of people doing it. It's a great thing for when you're free camping, because to have this massive window open when you're free camp, you just don't feel safe. So to have the split windows, you could have the top one open and the bottom one closed. I'll see if we can find a picture or something. We might pop a picture up here to show you what we mean. But yes, essentially it's 2 separate windows, one above each other. It's a great idea, especially when you're free camping. So I'll move down to the bed base. So I'll lift the bed up. So the bed actually overhangs quite a long way. So if we were to build this exact van again, what we'd do is actually increase the bed base to come out probably another 30 or 40 centimeters and get drawers built in at the end of the bed base. That'd be perfect for shoe storage and that sort of stuff. And we wouldn't need this basket here anymore, which is holding our shoes right now. Whilst you can see under the bed, we did go the Monster Power Pack. So we did go the Monster Power Pack in our build, and I definitely recommend it. If you can afford it in your budget, definitely do it. Like, we use lots of power. We use induction cooktop, Thermomix, and we run the aircon for the dogs when we're not in the van. So it's definitely worthwhile. It's really great, but I'd get it relocated under the bench seat, and we'll explain how we'll do that and how we'd make the space and availability under there to do it. But yeah, it just free up so much more room under here. So we'll run through that under the couch. Right, so we'll start off in the kitchen and lounge and what we're doing here differently, or what we've done and what we'd recommend you do. So Caravan, a big one, definitely worthwhile. We did originally have the DRS and we upgraded to the Caravan. I just like the idea of the positive pressure always coming in, but Caravan need to come up with a magnetic cover or some sort of cover that goes over this vent, because when we're in Adelaide in winter time, the cold air coming in was out of control, and obviously the same happens in summer. Your aircon is just letting itself out through there, so they need to come up with some sort of plate you can put over it when it's not being used. So we talked about the hatch over the bed. So all we'd do, we wouldn't add an extra hatch, we'd just move this hatch from here and above the lounge over our bed, put that large hatch in there, and what we'd do is we'd move the air conditioner forward to where the aircon, where this vent currently is, because what we find is that with the kids, it gets really cold down their end fast, and the aircon just can't cool this end quick enough. So by moving that aircon forward, that half a metre to a metre, it will help keep this end cooler and not make the kids freeze down their end. So that's definitely a worthwhile thing. I think if you are in the process of building yours, recommend your aircon be more forward in the Caravan. All right, so we'll swing around this way. Oh yeah, the C-Zone tablets up here, that come with the Monster Power Pack upgrade. Great digital interface for our whole electronic system. We can see charge coming in, you know, amperage going out, digital readout of all our water tanks. and we can control all the lights individually or turn them all on at once or all off at once, which is a great feature. The only annoying thing is the front light above our window is not on the C-zone. It's on its own switch in the front tunnel boot, and I don't know why that is, and I'd request it be on the C-zone next time. Right, swinging around this way, so we actually moved this 12 volt point here from under the couch near the power point down there to up here, but an oversight was we didn't request where it would go, so we'd put it up on top next time, obviously because our coffee dispenser sits there and it's actually quite hard to get into when you've got things plugged into the power point, so we'd move that up next time if we did it again. Coffee machine's permanently fixed there. We just use 2 eye bolts and it's like a I think it's a gorilla strap which holds it down, and that doesn't move. We've been on corrugated roads and it sits there quite well and it hasn't moved, but we do have to sometimes take the drip tray out because that will vibrate out on corrugated roads. Moving down, so yep, we got the fusion lock baskets everywhere, and they are great additions into caravan life, and they make everything so much handier. We've got them hanging towels, we've got them baskets here, baskets in the bathroom. They're really good. Have a look, check them out there at Bunnings. The black sink, we've had no problems with ours, like a couple of scratches and marks, but no discoloration really. It's very deep. It'd be good if they had a shallower sink. It just takes up so much cupboard space underneath, which is a bit annoying. You don't need a sink this deep in a caravan, so the size is good, it's just half the depth would be perfect. We deleted our induction cooktop, or we deleted our gas cooktop and made an induction cooktop. There were supply issues, which meant that we couldn't get the induction cooktop at time of build, so we opted to just go a portable induction cooktop, and it is the best thing that ever happened with delays and production issues. Because now we've got all this bench space here, we just put our portable induction cooktop here when we want to use it. Otherwise, we've got prep area and the Thermomix lives there too, so it's really, really good. And we'd recommend doing this, and we'd do it again in another van. Whether it's with Lotus or another company, we'd do the gas oven with nothing on top. The only problem we had was they were meant to put a power point on this side as part of the deal, and it's been missed. So we've got an extension cord running across to the power point on the other side. It's meant to get fixed when we do our service at the end of the year, so hopefully we'll get it fixed up then. This Ranger range hood, they are rubbish. If you've got one in your van, or if the manufacturer is using it, try and get it switched out to another brand. This thing, even on its fastest speed setting, doesn't suck anything up. I've cleaned the filter, I've cleaned the fan, it's still absolute rubbish. Wouldn't recommend it. And the other issue is that all our electronics are up here above it too, and it's a massive issue, and I'm gonna get Lotus to address it at our first service, but we don't use the range hood anymore once I work this out, because we had a moisture issue in our caravan when we were down south, and what's happening is the range hood's actually not plumbed to the little vent that's on the outside of the caravan, it's just going into the cavity behind all our electronic system. So once I worked that out, I stopped using the range hood altogether, because obviously moisture and grease and oil getting up into our electrical system is not great. So I'll make sure that gets rectified at our next service, because that needs to be plumbed to the vent that's there, and I just think that that's a big oversight on Lotus's behalf when they built the van. Some of our cupboards are missing latches too, which was a bit disappointing. So what I mean by that is, if you look here in the kitchen cupboard, you'll see there's the grey mechanism to catch the latch when you shut it. And our bottom cupboard, our kicker, it doesn't have it in there at all. So the actual kicker cupboard, that does nothing. And this drawer under here, so it also is the same. But they're the only two that we have, but it's just an oversight that's got to get fixed at our service. All right, we'll swing around. So we got this little sign we get asked a few times on socials. It's from
Wanderer Science Co.
Wanderer Science Co. There you go. We'll pop all the descriptions of things, products that we have, and where we got them from. We'll pop it in the description below, so you can go down there and click on the links and head over and check it out yourself. The fridge we've upgraded. This is a 224 litre Dometic fridge. It's a great fridge. It's a massive size, which is really good. Like heaps of freezer space, jam packed in there, and the fridge is full as well of stuff. But we do need to go to a shop soon. So, but yeah, the biggest fridge you can get, we'd recommend going. You can never have enough fridge space, especially when you start doing those longer trips away from supermarkets. Map by Venture Awaits. This is a great map. We love it. The kids love doing it with Crystal and marking off where we've been and how far we're getting around Australia. They are great to have in your van, and it just adds to that excitement of as you travel around. Working around here, so we've got our fruit basket. Crystal made this one up. We've been asked a few times about it. She will take orders if you want. Let her know.
No, I won't. I don't have enough time to crochet myself.
And so we'll move around now. These tables, you know, I really thought they were the bee's knees. In our last van, we had one of those fixed tables, and we sat either side of it. But this table here, like, I don't like them. Like, it wobbles around. You know, you have to travel with it in the down position, which is a pain every time you're moving. And another oversight was where this thing's mounted. Like, we've gotten used to it now, but I don't know why you wouldn't mount it to the left or to the right of the table. So you sort of put your left foot there. If the button was there, you'd push the thing and then push it down. That makes so much more sense to me, and it's out of the walkway. So if you're watching this Lotus, swing the tables at least, you know, 90 degrees left or right. But yeah, we're going to the couch now, and it's another thing you got to be careful of, because there's this metal thing that hangs off the back and you'll hit and damage your leather. So what I do is I grab the cord from underneath and pull it across when I push the button to push it down to miss the couch. Alright. We'll explain about everything we do under here to move all this stuff out so we could move the battery system in under the couch here. Obviously it's pretty messy under here. Well, this is the limited storage space we've got in the van, as you can see, because under the bed's pretty full too. So what we would do is move all your water refill points to behind the fridge. It's a wasted space in there. The water fill pipes could run down there through the floor quite easily, and they're just out of the way. They're just taking up space in here for no reason. Gas heater, we'd move that under the bed because the battery systems would come out, and we'd get it mounted vertically. We'll put a picture in up here and show you what I mean there. So that would free that space up. And then the instant hot water system, what we'd do is move it into Crystal's bedside. So the bedside on the right hand side of the van here, delete the little cupboard that comes under it and mount the hot water system in there. Yep, might take up a bit of extra space and Crystal's bedside might come out further, but that's no dramas because the wind that you get under here outweighs it. So that's definitely something we'd do if we built this van again, is get that moved down there. And obviously the gas heater would sit under the bed right next to it, so your gas lines would be close together still then, no dramas there. We also have a red water diverter valve, it's called. Quick rundown on what that does is it bypasses, it's pretty much plumbed back to our water tank. So until the hot water system gets hot, it'll just run that water back into the tank, and then once it's hot, it opens up and lets hot water run through. There's the video on our channel, head over there and check it out, and we run you through the install on that and how it works. But yeah, so what that would do is free up all this space under here for the batteries to go under. You know, 1, 2, 3 batteries, put the belt under here. I'm definitely sure we could make it work. All right, so by doing all that, we'd definitely be able to fit the battery system under here, and if it was tight on space, I'd extend the couch and make it a little bit longer so it could fit. I do know you have the option of making this an L, and that's something I'd entertain if it meant the battery system would come under here. So that's a big one from us. And then we'd have all under the bed as storage, which would help with a lot of issues we have. Another issue we have is with this cushion. It keeps coming out. I've tried Velcro with sticky stuff on the top and the bottom, trying to Velcro it in there, tried to Velcro it in the ends, and it just won't stay. So I don't know what they can do to fix that, or if anyone's got any tips or tricks, let us know so I can do it on ours, because it just keeps sliding out on us, and it's painful. You have to keep tapping it in. So we did get the gas heater. We opted the gas heater through our build. We had diesel heater in our last van, and I tell you what, I'd go gas every day of the week. It's leaps and bounds in front. It's super quiet. It's pretty efficient on the gas bottle, and the heat is just a better heat in our opinion. It's a dry heat, and it's really, really warm. It warms the van so quickly, and we don't have any fuel pump ticking. You know, it's just super quiet to operate. We were just a bit disappointed. We've had a couple of things fall out of cupboards now, and we've pulled out And the bench just didn't super easy, like, you know, the table's got a couple of marks in it too now from things dropping on it. So it's pretty disappointing. Like, you'd think it'll be a bit more solid. I'm not sure if they've used like a honeycomb inside or what they've done, but yeah, it just punctured so easily, and it's just a bit disappointing when that stuff happens. But again, I'm not sure if it's the design or the construction, but yeah, just a noteworthy thing for us. All right, so we'll kick it off in the kids area and the laundry, and then we'll swing around and do the bathroom at the end. All right, so we got our curtain rail up here. This is just from Bunnings. It's extendable, spring loaded, and it doesn't move on any of the corrugations. Really, really good. I can't remember how much it was, but yeah, it was from Bunnings. I think it was like
20 bucks. 20
bucks, something like that. And our curtain is from Spotlight. A lot of people ask questions about that. Nice little curtain. Unfortunately, we got it on clearance, so you probably can't buy it there anymore. CNC bunk ladder, we did that as part of the build. Having bunks in our last van, we knew that those ladders come out on the angle. It just makes an absolute nightmare for space. So yep, we definitely recommend going CNC bunk ladders. It makes space so much better. We upgraded both the kids' mattresses to inner spring mattresses, and we upgraded both windows to be larger windows. An issue that come up with doing that is that the top mattress now sits above the white, so you can see like the mattress is jammed and pushed in currently. So you know the mattress is sitting effectively here. When you look at the white bit, it's a massive design flaw and oversight, and I'm really annoyed that Lotus didn't reach out through the build and go, hey look, because you've got the upgraded mattress, you know, your window actually sits a bit too low. You either need to move the top bunk down or we need to move the window up. Which one would you rather do? So yeah, if you've done this, make sure that you get onto them to fix your window issue, because you'll have it with the upgraded mattresses. Whether you've got the small window or the big window, they're still mounted at the same place. So there's two options. You either move the top bunk down or you move the awning up so you can move the window up outside. So I'd probably go for the second option if you can do it. But yeah, it's definitely a massive oversight, and it makes making this bed so much harder than it needs to be. And obviously it's damaging the mattress because of that, so annoying. The other issue we had, you'll see I've got some green tape up here. So we have Sirocco fans both mounted in the kids' beds. On our plans, the Sirocco fans were to be mounted on the wall like I have done. But when we got our van, they come on the roof. We were pushed for time, we couldn't push the van back, so we took it, and I've moved the fan over there. You go, why would you move the fan? Well, look where the ladder is, getting up and in and out of the bed. Yep, the fan is right in Evelyn's head. So she's actually got her hair caught in the fan, you know, and you know, she's always hitting her head on the fan. So it's just an absolute silly spot being there. Put it on that wall, like it's a better mounting structure, easy to put it there. So I don't know why it can get put there. The one in the bottom bunk's not too bad because we've got the toy basket there, and obviously the ladder's there too, but you know, top bunk has to be against the wall, has to. But yeah, otherwise, you know, they've got 12-volt charging points in their bed as well. That's standard, but they don't get utilised very much, maybe when they get a bit older. Moving on, so we'll move here. So we've just got all these tubs for organisation in the back of our van. They're just from Kmart, really, really handy. I think they're a few dollars each, I think, and they make things so much easier. And one's our dirty laundry basket up the back there. One of the things that we come onto in Woolies is these laundry sheets. They're from Restore. I tell you what, if you're traveling and you're looking for space-saving ideas, and these are in Woolies all over Australia, get yourself some of these. They're really, really good and really handy to use, and they smell great. They make your laundry smell good, so bit of a man hot tip for you. This one down here, we got the front loader Destination RV washing machine. If it's in your build, get it removed and buy a different company afterwards. That's all I can say about that. We don't find it washes the clothes very well at all. Alright, so yeah, the door's not square, and also our vinyl rubs. So we end up with, I don't know what you'd call it, bubbles in the vinyl. I don't know if Chris will get it on camera. Can you see that there? So when it's cold, we have no issues, and when it's hot, we end up with these bubbles all through the van. So I don't know if they need to stretch it more, so it, when it, you know, expands in the heat, I'm not sure what they need to do. Alright, so yep, I've got to fix the door, and I'm not sure how we can fix that, but a lot of people have that problem, I think. So we'll move on into the shower. So can you see that there? Can you see the mirror? Yep. So we got a mirror put on the shower door. It's a great addition. I definitely recommend it. The only thing I'd say is maybe put it on the back of this door instead of the shower door. What do you think, Crystal?
Nah, disagree.
I disagree.
I'll do both.
Do both. Jesus, you'd feel like bloody... Your eyes would be playing tricks on you in here.
No, because the mirror's on the other side of the door.
Hey?
So you got the mirror there, and then a mirror on the other side of this door.
Oh, on the front side.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying on the back. You'd be here looking at yourself going look, 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 look.
No.
Anyway, moving on. We'll come into the bathroom now. Pretty tight space in here. Our towels are from New Life. They're really good towels. They quick dry. We have no issues with them. And yeah, they're just good towels. So if you're looking for a set of towels in your caravan, get onto these guys. They take up no space at all, and they are good. Right, moving into the bathroom. So I'll start over here. So the toilet roll holder, or the bog roll holder, it was here on the edge of the bench. You had to be bloody flexi man to be able to get toilet paper of it. Like, I don't know, what do they call him? Bloody rubber. What's that rubber guy's name?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Stretchy man.
Stretchy man, anyway. But yeah, so I've moved it from there over there. Much better spot. Recommend you just get it put over there to start within your build. Otherwise, you'll end up with holes there and move it anyway. Towel rails. I don't know why these are not 2 double rails up here. It's a family van with 4 beds in it, or 4 areas to sleep. So the towels should be accommodating for 4. That's an oversight on Lotus's behalf, in our opinion. Moving on, so we'll start the sink. This thing is a pain in the bum. Why Lotus put it in the center, I do not know. We recommend move it hard over against the wall. Move the tap into the corner. So that means probably a different sink, but that's what we'd do. Because when you go to wash your face at the moment, this is in your way, so you can't even wash your face in the sink, and you end up with water everywhere. So it just doesn't work. It's not suitable for this caravan at all. The other thing we'd do is extend the bench across the top of the toilet. We've seen it in a couple of caravans now, and I think it's an absolute great idea. So something that goes from this wall straight across and then taps onto this bench. So yeah, it wouldn't be the full width, obviously. Yeah, just the width of the top of the toilet, but then you can still reach under and flush your toilet and all that stuff if you need to as well. So yeah, that's definitely something we'd add. And obviously move this PowerPoint and light switch across to suit. So another big thing, it's pretty warm in here now, especially with the sun beaming on this side of the van. And when we were down south with, you know, having the van closed up and we're showering, the steam was coming and pooling in the roof in here. So one thing we'd add is one of the same vents that's inside the shower. So one of these fan vents with lights, we'd add that and put it in the center of the roof here in the toilet area too. That way it works as an extraction fan when people are in here going to the toilet, and it also helps keep the temperature down in this area. Because now we just run this fan on extract all the time and leave the shower door open with it being a bit hotter. So yep, that's something that we would definitely add and definitely recommend you add if you're building this caravan. It'll just help with that airflow in this area. Shower's pretty good. We use fusion lock containers in here again. The one thing that I absolutely hate about this shower is the way it's been built. The drain is in the center of the caravan. So yeah, the drain's in the middle there, which means that you need to lean the caravan to the left for water to effectively drain in the shower. But all the pickup points for our water tanks under the caravan are on the right hand side. So you can't win. You either have water pooled in here against the right hand side of the wall, so you can get all the water out of your water tanks if we're staying somewhere for a long time. So yeah, we lean it down so the water makes its way and the pump can pick it up easier. Or you can't get all your water out of your tanks but your shower drains perfectly, but the water just sits in your grey water tank because the outlet is on the right hand side still. So it doesn't work. So one thing I definitely recommend you do if you're building this exact same caravan is tell Lotus, make sure the drain for the shower is on the outside wall. That's where it needs to be. And we did mention in another video, I think, that I'd put the shower head on that outside wall as well, because it'll just make things easier with splash on this door. Because it's one thing I forgot to mention. If you have a look, I've got a big blob of silicone down there. So I had to make something up because our shower door was leaking and it's now ruined all the bottom of the framework, which Lotus are fixing at our service, but it's just annoying that that happens, and it's a common problem apparently. So if it's doing it, that's a quick way to fix it, but get onto them and make sure you get it lodged as a warranty claim and they'll sort it out for you. Alright, that's it for the inside of the Caravan, guys. Hopefully you like this one. If we have missed anything or you have any further questions, make sure you drop them down below and we'll get back to you with our honest opinions. Would we build this Caravan again? Yes, with these changes we would. If Lotus wouldn't accommodate, then we probably would look at other options. Everything in the Caravan is performing quite well so far. A couple of little teething issues, but nothing warranty work won't fix, or you can't fix yourself if you're a bit handy. Again, if you did like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.